this was years and years back. It was Pablo Honey, but it was actually a demo that my managers had because they were friends with Thom Yorke years and years back. And it was like this punk demo of Thinking About You from Pablo Honey. And I was just absolutely enticed by the lyricism, the way he just described these little weird little things about this person that he could see in his flat. You know, like, your teeth are over there, you know, on the banister in the wall, sort of thing like that. And I just thought the imagery was really cool. It just really struck me. And the song is like, it's a nice song. It's not obviously not their best song at all by the slides, by like a long shot. But I just remember that was the first time I'd heard him write lyrics, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's so honest, and so you can visualize it. And I think he's really, really good at that. But yes, that was my first memory. I've seen him loads now over the years. But no, as a kid, I didn't see him I didn't see him live over the years. But then I got to, like, we were starting touring 17, 18. And I just saw him at any chance I could get. I got more and more into them as the band progressed, and as I kind of found my own voice musically and physically. I just fell in love, and every album, like I properly think they're the best band on the planet, and you can't beat them. So, yeah, I love them so much. No, but Dom has, and it pains me, but it's great. No, he met Tom at a recording studio, because Dom's always producing in and out of London, and he just said that he was exactly what he thought. He was quiet and a bit awkward, but kind, and then just quickly moved on. And Dom was like, what more can I expect? And it was, yeah, apparently he's a lovely dude. Always, everywhere, non-stop, even if it's like not obvious, because trying not to like overly do obvious influences. There's loads of other influences, obviously, but I mean, I don't think I'll ever fully be able to escape what Tom and Jeff Buckley did with my voice. Like, I'll never be able to escape that now. It's kind of ingrained in me since I was a child. So that's always going to be there, because it's just the passion of the way they sing and how they make everything seem so meaningful. So that's always going to be there. But yeah, chord progressions massively for Dom. Dom's obsessed with Radiohead's chord movements. It's way more intricate than it seems at first. They're, well, everyone knows, but they're ridiculously clever with their chords. Yeah, I like the fact that they never like to write normal songs like we do. We obviously do. We write kind of pop songs in a sense, but I really appreciate the fact that it's just about the essence of the lyric and about the delivery, and that's more important than writing a popular song for them. That's why they tried to like destroy Creep, and that's why they wrote My Iron Lung about Creep. I just think it's cool. Just forever influence in terms of how cool they are and how restrained they are, which is probably two things we don't do very well. But yeah, it's more Ben's era. Yeah, I mean, now we don't tend to have influences anymore now. I think, like, which is, not a bad thing to happen as you get older. Like, when we first started, it was like, okay, how do we do music? Let's just, so Itch was very much like just that sort of thing, or Wake Up Call, and Itch was a bit Buckley, so it's like, and then we've just done our own thing and crafted our own sound, and then you start influencing your own sound, and it's interesting how that works. So I wouldn't say now there's probably not too many kind of Radioheady things. The odd bit comes in, especially with like the softer songs. I still like to kind of like have those moments where I can utilize them as influence. But yeah, no, I don't want to cover Radiohead. That's the thing. It's like, I think it's corny covering Radiohead, because then their songs aren't meant to be covered. I don't think, personally, they are so ingrained in Tom and in the band that to cover them just weakens the version. But when we were pissing about in the studio when we were kids, we played Just and stuff just to kind of jam and warm, just because it's like one of our favorite songs when we were kids. But yeah, I did a thing for a radio interview once. They asked me to play it once, so I just played Creep, that everyone knows, obviously, just for ease. But kind of half hated myself after, because I'm a purist Radiohead fan as well. So I mean, OK Computer obviously is just because it's like seminal. That was the one. Weirdly, that was the one I listened to first before the Benz. Well, I had Pablo Honey early on, but like OK Computer was my one. I don't know if I feel like I just tuned in more with it. It was darker, a bit more hypnotic for me. It's probably a little bit more Buckley, and I know that Buckley influenced OK Computer for Thom Yorke. So OK Computer is where I really tuned in. I fell in love hard. And then I would say, so that one, I would say In Rainbows is, I would say that's my favourite album. But I know that's because I listened to OK Computer until it became painful to listen to. I can't listen to it anymore. But In Rainbows, I would say is my number 1/2 with OK Computer. And then it gets hard because they've just done so many good albums that all kind of even themselves out. And I know I should be saying things like The Bends, but like, I honestly do think A Moon-Shaped Pool is up there for me. I know it's probably a niche choice, but I adore it. I absolutely adore it. Again, it's got that kind of haunting, hypnotic thing that I find so alluring to me. It's like, it's haunting but inviting at the same time, and I think that's the best Radiohead for me, and that's what inspires me the most in those ones. So I would say they're my 3 favourite, which is mad, but yeah.